Hey guys, welcome back to the JPM Performance channel. We are in runoffs mode. And when I mean runoffs mode, I mean I'm leaving today. Now ignore, okay, it's September 21st. You can see there's crap all over the poor little calendar here. That's just because it sits next to the solvent tank, and I guess I was getting a little too frisky with it. But today's shop tour is actually all about getting ready for the runoffs and loading for the runoffs, and just kind of the things that I check, and hopefully one of these things may pop up in your brain. Now, a lot of you that are watching this probably have already loaded for the runoffs, but maybe this will give you a, oh, I forgot that, and maybe you can call someone to bring it for you. So it's not gonna be a super long shop tour, because every year at this time, this is kind of like my reset. This is my January 1, where the shop's cleaned out, the motors are built. After the runoffs is when I start the winter. So this is the first of the year coming up. I've got an empty shop. I've got things prepared for October, but right now we're going to talk about the runoffs. So you can see there's nothing on my bench except for I've got a battery charging. So this is the battery that I will not only use at the track, but also sits just inside the door of the trailer, because I am, as you guys probably know, 100% prepared for a flat tire on the trailer. Now, I'm not going to go completely through the trailer today, because on the channel down below or attached to this, there's an entire race prepping your trailer video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. So I've got this battery charging. Now, I know I've talked about this in the past. This is that TST truck. It's the tire pressure monitoring system. So you can see I've got it plugged in right now, because going down the road I don't leave it plugged in, but I'll tell you, this battery seems to last for like a year. But you can see it's currently going through. You can set these fully up. So you can see I've got the RV front axle. It's got a rear axle, and then it's got a tag axle, and then you can see the trailer back here. These are fully programmable, and this has saved me more than once on a tire that's going low. Before someone pulls up next to you, you got a flat tire, and when he means a flat tire, he means there's nothing left but the sidewall. Because when you're towing a trailer with a big rig like I do, you can't really feel the trailer back there. And I've had situations where I lost a tire and didn't even know it till someone came up and honked at me. So this has been a lifesaver. They're not expensive. Look it up. Highly suggested if you're traveling across the country. So when it comes to prepping for the runoffs, there's a lot more to it than just the race car and the spares and everything else. So I'm a big fan of a golf cart. I've always kind of had a golf cart. I need to clean her up still. Everything goes polished to the track, but I'm check the oil. I just checked the tire pressures, filled it up with fuel, all these things that you don't have to do at the track when you get there. Prep, right? I'm always talking about prep. So over the last couple of days, I've kind of been going over my list, and I know we've talked about my list before. You can see it's kind of dirty because I use it all the time, and I go down through it, and I just take a mental note of, is my battery charger in the trailer? Boom, 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 boom. So if you want a copy of this note, rewind and pause it and zoom in on what I just showed you, and you'll get an exact idea of everything. So down to the radios. So I've got the radios here, and I've got them all charged up. Obviously, spare tires. I do have some extra things that I'm taking with me this year, which always seems to be the case, such as a Willwood brake kit for a customer, a transmission for a customer, a differential for a customer, an engine for a customer. So I'm always taking stuff to the runoffs, because people like to save a little bit of money, and I don't mind, and I've got a little bit of room in the trailer for some of this stuff. But I'm just kind of going through. You can see I've got fluids, and I've got brake pads. I would made sure that I had a brand new thing of these towels. So I've probably talked about these in the past, but these are just these little hand wipes. They're actually made for cleaning whatever, and I'll tell you, they work awesome at the track. Rather than needing water, right? So you've got your Gojo or whatever, and then some people just wipe it off with a towel. You never get clean. these things not only clean grease really good, but they leave your hands really nice and clean, and they dry and you're golden. So big fan of that. Obviously blue towels. I've got my list. I've got my generator. We talked about changing the oil a couple weeks ago. I've got a miscellaneous amount of things that still have to go in. I already have all of the spare bits and pieces for the BMW that are ready to go, but as everybody knows, we've got to run track fuel. So get your Sunoco fuel at the track. Everybody runs it. Make sure that you pump out your fuel cell. If you have a cell with foam, odds are you probably want to pump it out, put a little bit of track fuel in, run it, and pump it out again. If you have a regular fuel tank, I have not found it to be a big issue, as long as you can get, as your pump basically gets all the fuel out. So this is kind of what I'm doing here right before I'm getting ready to leave, just a final check over. And once everything is loaded and I think I've got everything, I will take a very slow walk around the entire shop, just looking for anything that I may have missed, because even though I'm really good about lists, I still tend to miss things. So one last thing I wanted to show you guys. I was pretty proud of these two guys that were on the cover of Sports Car Magazine this month. If you are a member of the SCCA, then you got this magazine probably last week. So you can see Cliff and Greg Ira are on the front cover, all about their brothers, that they're brothers, and obviously they're both picked to win. And look at this, a beautiful picture of the BMW right in the production pick field. So looks pretty good. Here she sits. So we're going to get her all loaded up. You can see it's completely polished. I know I'd been talking about waiting to get it polished right till the end. I just polished it yesterday. Then when I get to the track, I mean, literally, the wheels are torqued, the fuel is in it for the test day that we're going to use. It's polished. And another thing that some people overlook, I pump my tires up at the shop. So when I get to the track, I'm not scrambling. Yes, these are used tires. So I've got them pumped up, so when I get to the track, all I have to do is let them down. We're ready to go for our first session. So we're going to be testing on Sunday with the BMW. Obviously, lots of customers will be there again this year. And wish everybody safe travels and good luck this year. If you're going to be there, come on by. We are going to be on the main drag just before you get up. You go up the hill to the grid. I'm going to be right there on the left. Can't really miss us. We're right on the main drag. And come by, say hi. And if you have any questions or you need any help, come by as well. I'm happy to help anybody that needs anything over the Runoffs week. So obviously no shop tour next week. In 2 weeks we will have the Runoffs results shop tour. And obviously we'll be talking about all sorts of things as we do every year. Hopefully things go smoothly and we have some good weather. Doesn't look like we're going to have a hurricane this year, so that's a bonus. So we'll see what happens. Safe travels to all you guys that are going to the Runoff. See you soon, and I'll talk to the rest of you in 2 weeks. Take care. Have a good rest of your week.